Yes, please, Mr. Hisham, you can
Can
share.
you see the PPT file?
Not yet, not appear. Sorry, Ahlam.
Now is it there or not?
You can push the share screen and then
Okay.
you can choose the paper, Mr. Hisham.
Yeah.
So to Hisham. Okay. تفضل يا شيخ.
Okay, I'm just fixing the screen.
Yeah, we see. We already see.
Just now
Yeah,
it's good.
good. It's good now.
Okay, thank you. Hi, and thank you for your invitation. This presentation will compare the religious curricula of two Moroccan fundamentalist movements and their usage of online technology. Okay, so these are the main points that I will discuss in this presentation. So religious education takes place in public school where students learn the basics of Islam and study some verses of the Quran. Meanwhile, traditional education, which aims to qualify imams for mosque, is under the administration of Islamic affairs, following a specific program that emphasizes memorizing the Quran and includes other non-religious subjects such as foreign languages. In fact, the Minister of Islamic Affairs of Morocco defends the role of these institutions as they limit radicalism and protect the three pillars of Moroccan religious identity, which are Maliki jurisprudence, Ash'arism creed, and Junaid Sufism. However, as some Islamic movements don't identify with the official religious paradigm, they develop their own curriculum. Justice and Spirituality is a case, which is an Islamic movement founded by Abdsalam Yassin in the early 80s, combining political activism with Sufi teaching, but considered as illegal due to its rejection of the monarchy, the system in Morocco. On the other hand, Al-Maghrawi is a key Salafi figure, established the association called to Quran and Sunnah, جمعية الدعوة القرآن والسنة, to teach the Quran and other Islamic disciplines abiding by Wahhabism. Despite the Ministry of Islamic Affairs attempts to ban his association, he succeeded to reopen it several times, especially as he avoids political engagements and his ideology serves as a counter-discourse to political Islam and terrorism. According to members of Justice and Spirituality who made interviews, regular education sessions take place in common house. Each member prepares a lesson relying on a textbook, the text was البرنامج تعليمي. The lessons vary from Quranic exegesis to Sirah, covering other themes such as family, politics, and Yassin's theory of Minhaj Nabawi. So this is the theory of the founder of the movement. According to the Moroccan researcher Abdel Hakim Aboullouz, the association of Jam'iyyat al-Da'wa al-Quran al-Sunnah benefits from its large headquarters and equipment, making its educational environments more formal, where learners form circles around the teachers. Generally, the interaction is more top-down, and most of the subjects should adhere to Salafist teachings. For example, while Justice and Spirituality relies on Quranic exegesis provided by Sayyid Qutb, Dilal Quran, and Muhammad Ali Sabuni, called to Quran and Sunnah, the Salafi Association, disapprove such references because they contradict the Wahhabi understanding of the Quran. So Islamic movement curricula go beyond teaching religious knowledge, influencing various aspects such as morals and physical appearance of the member identity. The curricula helps to reveal the organizational structure, injustice and spirituality, and bring members of closer to the leader in the case of the Jam'iyyat al-Da'wah al-Quran al-Sunnah. Distinguished Salafi members may get recommendations by the leaders of this association to join the Islamic University in Medina. On the other hand, justice and spirituality members contribute to spreading the ideology, notably through the Imam Abdussalam Yassin Foundation. So the two movements share various contents online, including courses, lectures, conferences. During the confinement, they relied more on remote interaction. For example, Justice and Spirituality launched its spiritual meeting, Nasiha, through its channel, Syed. Similarly, the Call to Quran and Sunnah Association shared courses of various Islamic disciplines on its Facebook and YouTube pages. The Salafi Association is developing also a platform for courses that would be concluded by receiving accredited certificates provided by the distinguished leaders of the association. However, working online can limit some aspects such as the spiritual companionship between the learner and the educator, as a suhbah, and organizational matter cannot be shared online, according to an interview with a senior member of Justice and Spirituality. Okay, to conclude, despite efforts to serve the Islamic call in many ways, ideological tensions between fundamentalist movements in Morocco limits their collaboration and even push them to involve in conflicts. This can be witnessed in online groups of Facebook and so on, where Muslims with different ideology argue about secondary, if not trivial, issues instead of promoting the true message of Islam, which is about mercy and peace. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham,
You are,
for
yeah.
presentation. هل سمعت صوتي جيدا يا أستاذنا؟
الآن أسمعك، نعم.
الحمد لله كاملا ولا يعني؟
لا، كاملا منذ بداية اللقاء.
الحمد لله. طيب thank you for Mr. Hisham for sharing with us about his paper. Maybe for the audience, if you have any questions, you can ask directly to Mr. Hisham. Maybe one or two from the audience. Maybe want to ask, we give you time. Please take time. تفضل ممكن من الحاضرين عندهم يعني سؤال فليتفضل. ما في سؤال؟ لا يوجد سؤال؟ No question? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hisham.
شكرا لكم. You are
شكرا
welcome.
لكم. بارك الله فيك.
حفظكم الله.
حفظكم الله. حياكم الله.
هل يمكنني أن أنسحب؟
نعم نعم. طيب.
شكرا لكم. إن الوقت متأخر جدا الآن ولدي عمل في الصباح.
ما شاء الله.
إنها الساعة الثالثة في المغرب الآن.
ما شاء الله. طيب أستاذ قبل ماذا نقول أن تنتقل من هذا الزوم before you leave this room.
نعم.
Maybe you can what we call that, post your what we call this PPT in the chat box, and then we can save for your presentation.
So I send you the PPT.
Yes.
Okay, I will do this.
Okay. Directly from WhatsApp or from.
Okay, thank you, sir. I will do that immediately.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hisham.
جزاكم الله خيرا.
Barakallahu fiik. Yeah, thank you.
Barakallah.
And then for the other presenter, yeah, maybe you can stop the share, Mr. Hisham. Stop share. Yes. Okay. And then for Mr. Which one? This one from Malaysia, Mr. Irwan mungkin. Mr. Irwan, are you join with us?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
We ask you to present. Before that, I will make you as a co-host. Wait a minute, Mr.
May I start now?
No, no. I will make you become the co-host, and then you can start directly. Make co-host, and then I will Mr. Hisham support for everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil mursalin sayyidina maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi washabbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And good morning for all participants and presenters in this morning session of this conference. I'd like to thank the organizer for allowing me and accept me to present in this conference. And I will. My topic this morning is about performance of AI. This is our research or our early observation of the AI regarding or relating to science of hadith. My expertise or my expertise is in hadith. And after the launching of OpenAI, ChatGPT, people are start talking about AI, and there are several website or major companies or parties launch their AI system, Google and Microsoft. And but the question is, people are starting to ask many questions and in various fields, and among them are what are related to Islamic studies or Islamic knowledge and Islamic information. So we are concerned about this. Then AI, as I want to share my slide, but I couldn't find the
Just share screen directly. Mr. Irwan.
button of slide here.
Share screen.
I
The
mainly
green one.
use Zoom.
The green
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Share screen. The green one in the button. Bawah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear. Is my voice is clear?
Clear, clear, very clear, very clear, Mister.
Very clear. But
Okay.
unfortunately, I couldn't hear your voice very clear.
Sure.
Maybe my device or what. But I would like to share my slide. Also, I couldn't find.
Itu di bawah ada share screen, Ustaz. Warna apa?
Di bawah.
Warna hijau itu, warna hijau. Tak ada?
Sekejap, sebentar. Mana ya?
Di
Can
bawah,
you
Ustaz.
share the slide to the organizer, Ustaz?
Oh ya, okey. Ustaz kirim aja lah sama saya, biar saya bagi. Boleh tak? Kasih sini boleh tak? Apa di chat box boleh juga tak? Biar saya bagi. Biar saya share. Ya, Mr. Hisham.
Tak serupa team dan goals. Saya tak jumpa dia punya button untuk
Ustaz
share.
Irwan punya nomor WhatsApp saya kan? Punya nomor WhatsApp saya kan? Dah
Oh,
jumpa.
saya tak dengar.
Udah jumpa punya WhatsApp saya itu Ustaz Irwan.
Tak dengar.
Ustaz Irwan.
Sebentar, Dr. Fadzli, are you here?
Yeah.
Can you present? Oh, okay. Okay, my friend will. Oh, kirim pada Ustaz. Bentar ya.
Yeah. Send the PDF to Ustaz.
Ya. Saya kirim sekarang.
Ya, problem mungkin volume, volume.
Maaf kerana waktunya.
Atau bagaimana audiens? Remove or kita tunggu aja sebentar ya.
Saya sudah kirim. Dapat, saya sudah kirim.
Sebentar, oke, ini dia.
May I proceed or you're going to show my slide first?
Sebentar saya cari dulu.
Okay, thank you very much. Today, I'm going to talk about this topic, performance comparison on AI system in responding to queries related to sign of Hadith after the merging of AI, especially the launching of ChatGPT. People are starting talking about AI, and various parties launch their AI system like Google and Microsoft. So we like to explore or do research about the answer given by this AI system. Next, sorry. So AI is a technology which is designed to imitate the human ability to process information and to give response in human way, as we know. Then the emergence of the technologies online make easier to people to access to the system and to ask various questions. And we have ChatGPT, Google Bard, Microsoft Bing. There are three major applications which can respond to various questions on wide range of topics asked by human. The AI advancement has helped various parties, i.e. public, professional, scholar, student, in finding solution to various problems and help quickly answer the inquiries in various domains of knowledge, including issues related to one religion. Next.
Sorry.
Yes, next. And our concern is about AI and science of Hadith. That's why we did this research and this exploration. Learning and researching about Islam has become more interesting with the advent of AI technology, and one aspect that is gaining an interest are the ability of the technologies to respond to inquiries related to the sign of hadith. There's a doubt on the accuracy of the responses returned by the system. The study aimed to examine and compare the accuracy of the response provided the ChatGPT, Google Bard, Microsoft Bing, and inquiries related to sign of hadith. This paper focus on sign of hadith, the responses related to sign of hadith. Okay, next. Thank you. So the experiment setup aim of the research to evaluate the quality of responses provided by these three AI system. We, for the time being of this round, we prepare a set of questions to ask to this AI system. And there are about 3 questions. We ask in 3 languages. We compare the responses in these 3 languages: Arabic, English, and Malay. These questions are asked as these are basic terms commonly used, discussed in the realm of hadith knowledge. Next. So the first question we ask is, what is Hadith Qudsi? And we ask it in English. Next. So in ChatGPT, the answer or the response is Hadith Qudsi is a type of Hadith in Islam. The term Qudsi means sacred or holy, and these Hadiths are distinguished from regular Hadiths by the fact that their meaning are attributed to Allah, but they're conveyed in word of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In other words, Hadith Qudsi, the Prophet is relating to divine revelation, but the word is his own, not the exact word of Qur'an. Then there are other more explanation about this term. And next, and for but the answer is like this, and it's slightly different as but not much. Hadith Qudsi, also known as sacred hadith, is special category of saying attributed to Islamic Prophet Muhammad SAW. Unlike regular hadith, which are narrators are the Prophet saying and action, Hadith Qudsi are considered to be direct word of God conveyed to the Prophet SAW. After this, I will explain about the answer. Then we go to the third one. And the answer by being Hadith Qudsi is type of hadith that attribute to Allah but not part of the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad SAW report the words of Allah in his own word, unlike the Quran, which is exact word of Allah. Then we go after this. So the discussion or the observation of these 3 answers. Okay, next. By comparing the responses given by 3 AI system to the question 1, we could see that all of them accurately providing the answer. There is similarity in the responses. However, there are certain areas that there are some additional information in some chatbot that differ to others. So for example, in ChatGPT, the statement Hadith Qudsi is considered as secondary source of guidance in Islam after the Quran. We consider this statement as mislead response and could confuse the user. Moreover, the statement, this hadith often provide additional insight to ethical, moral, and spiritual teaching beyond what is found in Islam in ChatGPT. And the statement, they offer insight into the nature of Allah and His relationship, relationship with humanity. In being additional statement, which did not mention in any major science of hadith book. We see that this additional information is not mentioned in any hadith book, but it can be considered as acceptable and as form to indemnify itself from being an authority in the subject area. It might be derived from a Muslim scholar opinion, but we couldn't find in any books. This is our observation or analysis of question 1. The second one, and we ask in Arabic, "Ma huwa al-hadith as-sahih?" And response is in ChatGPT. حديث صحيح في الإسلام يشير إلى نوعية معينة من الأحاديث التي يتم اعتبارها موثوقة ومعتبر في التقاليد الإسلامية. ثم حديث الصحيح هو الذي يتمتع بسلسلة الرواة والنص المتن تكون قوية وخالية من أي عيوب. ثم حديث الحسن. ثم حديث الذي الموضوع هو الذي يكون منبثقا عن رواة الكذابين أو الضعفاء. ثم حديث الضعيف. ضمان الحفاظ على صحة الحديث قام العلماء بتطوير منهجية دقيقة للتحقق من صحة الرواة والمتن. And we saw this answer, and then we will compare with the second in Bart. The Bart answer حديث صحيح والذي اتصل سنده بالنقل عن الضابط عن مثله إلى منتهى مع سلامة من الشذوذ والعلة. And then the criteria of the hadith sahih ittisal sanad, adalat ruwat, dab, adam shuzuz, adam al-illah. So we saw the answer by Bart, and then the next Bing, and Bing answer is partly similar with the Bart hadith sahih والذي يتوفر في 5 شروط اتصال السند وعدالة الرواة والضبط الرواة and etc. And our observation of the answer for this question, we able to determine that Google Bard response was clearer and more accurate than other AI system. Unfortunately, we discovered that ChatGPT provide a false response to this question. We saw that the ChatGPT answer is not similar or not as we know in science of hadith, so it will mislead the user. While being AI response is accurate, but it is not as lucid as Google Bard. And the third question is we asked in Malay, apa itu hadis mursal, and the answer by ChatGPT is mursal adalah salah satu jenis hadis dalam tradisi Islam. Istilah mursal berasal daripada Arab, berarti yang diberi isyarat atau diberi pesan. Hadis mursal adalah hadis yang meriwayatkan pernyataan atau tindakan Nabi, tapi salah satu atau beberapa perawi dalam sanad tidak mencantumkan nama sahabat yang meriwayatkannya. This is answered by ChatGPT, and then by Bard. Hadis mursal adalah hadis yang sanad terputus, iaitu tidak disebutkan nama sahabat yang meriwayatkan langsung daripada Rasulullah SAW. Hadis ini diriwayatkan oleh seorang tabi'i. And then the third one, you may look at my paper after this if there are a publication for this paper. And this is a response by Bing. Hadis mursal adalah hadis yang sanadnya tidak dinyatakan sahabat, itu tabi'in, sama ada tabi'in itu besar atau kecil, terus kepada Nabi SAW. Hadis mursal menunjukkan salah satu sisi kelemahan suatu riwayat, iaitu tidak bersambung sanad. Para ulama berselisih pendapat pada menentukan hukum hadis mursal ini kepada beberapa pendapat. And our observation of the responses is next. By comparing the responses to the query given by the AI system, we could see that answer given by ChatGPT misled once again. The statement istilah mursal berasal daripada bahasa Arab, berarti yang diberi isyarat atau diberi pesan is incorrect, because mursal, as we know, is not mean diberi isyarat or diberi pesan, but is free. The response hadis mursal adalah hadis yang meriwayatkan pernyataan atau tindakan Nabi, tetapi satu atau beberapa perawi dalam sanad tidak mencantumkan nama sahabat. We consider this is unclear definition for this term. And then next, The portrayal of tabi'in besar also confused the public because the word besar connotes size. The definition is thought to have a few articles about the phrase that are available online. Most translators made the error when they translate the term kibar. It suggests that the senior is not large. Besides it, it is accurate and acceptable that the AI chatbot remarked that there is this dispute over the acceptance of this kind of hadith among Muslim scholars. And for the after this. For the discussion, for the result of the experiment, we discovered that there are discrepancies in the answer provided by the AI system. This could be due to the amount of knowledge fed to the training model to establish the system. The quality of the source could affect the response. We see also that the common features of these responses would come from additional or unnecessary responses appended to the answer. This is sign of that the system might contain weakness but could be overlooked by misinterpreted by end user who come from diverse background of knowledge. The most serious weakness is when the system return wrong answers. This could be likely either the system were demonstrating the hallucination features or because they did not possess the answer within the established model yet. As a result, the system could just pick the best responses to the level of knowledge the system possess. For the conclusion, the advent of AI system has undeniably revolutionized our way of dealing with information and knowledge. AI-powered language model exemplified by the ChatGPT, Google Bard, and Microsoft Bing play a pivotal role in the paradigm shift. The models are found struggle with understanding context and meaning, particularly in tasks requiring logical reasoning beyond their training data. So we saw the similarities and features in their answers. There are variation exists, particularly in certain area where additional information differ between the system. And I conclude that the system should improve for in the future, and for time being, if people want to use for asking the question related to science or hadith, they should refer to the scholars or the books, printed book, because the Islamic knowledge is sensitive topics. And I think that's all from me. No, I will skip this. Thank you for listening and paying attention. May Allah bless you and may we meet again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Syukran Ustaz, terima kasih banyak Ustaz Irwan. Topik bagus ya, insyaAllah.
I'm sorry because taking my time so much.
Yeah. No problem. Any question from the participant? Mr. Can you raise your hand maybe? Or just what we call it? Any question from Mr. Syed mungkin? No? No question, huh? Okay, baik. Thank you for Mr. Irwan from USIM, Malaysia. Maybe for the next presenter, is there any from what we call that luaran Indonesia ada lagi nak? Seperti sudah habis ya. I think this is already finished already. Muhammad Fadzli Marhusin. Where are you from, sir?
Yes, I'm one of the co-author of this paper. I'm from USIM.
Oh, from yourself. So it's together with Mr. Irwan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Is there any what we call additional information from you, Mr.?
From me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just share with you one or two words, one or two sentences. Way forward, Islamic scholars and community, students and lecturers and scholars and researchers should prepare themselves to get ready to integrate AI into their domain of specialization. For example, if you specialize in the Qur'an, you should adopt AI technology so that you can come up with a model, a custom model using this custom engine Microsoft has been provided since a few months ago. And so that it can be applied within your own specific domain, for example, within your university or within your community, not only within university, but the potential of AI integration, custom AI could be disrupting the economy. I mean, it can be implemented in a specific industry within big corporation even. So all the knowledge you have in your domain, you can compile it into a specific format and plug it, train it within a custom engine of OpenAI. So it can be like a powerful professor in the future within your own control. So the problem with the existing AI, ChatGPT and whatnot is that their knowledge is established based on the world's knowledge, uncontrolled domain. I mean, they could be people from Shia perspective, from the other factions, you know. Their knowledge also being fed into this model. So when you ask, there are a high chance that their knowledge also will be part of the response given. So if you publish your own custom model, you control what response will be to the user. Most likely these users could be your students or your co-workers. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Fadzli Marhusin, for your additional information about AI and Hadith. And then we move for the other presentation or presenter. Maybe I please to Miss Nur Fadilah. Miss Nur Fadilah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, maybe you can what we call on your camera. I make you co-host, and then I put you spotlight for everyone. Okay, you can start? Yeah, yeah, please.
Have the screen.
Yes, already appear in the our screen. Yeah.
Oke, Taib. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Thank you so much to the moderator and presenters here. So today I want to discuss about anxiety management through an Islamic spiritual approach. Okay, the first one is the background problem. So the World Health Organization, or WHO, note that nearly 1 billion people around the world experience mental health disorder. As many as 64.3% of the 1,522 respondents had anxiety or depression problems. After conducting an online self-examination by the Indonesian Mental Medicine Specialist Association, it was explained that many mental health disorders occurred during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it is known as the age of anxiety. At this time, people are required to adjust to a new lifestyle, and information whose source are unclear makes people experience anxiety, fear, and even depression. By looking at some of the research that has been done and even that are happening at this time regarding mental health and suicide and even genocide that occurred in Palestine by Israel. So here the research sees that this issue are new and different from previous studies. Then the discuss of anxiety and how to handle it will also be studied directly in religious perspective, such as verse of the Qur'an, Hadith, and so on. Therefore, research are called to examine the concept of handling anxiety in terms of Islamic spirituality. Next, the research purpose. This research aims to explore anxiety management through an Islamic spiritual approach. Next, the novelty of this discuss. There have been many studies on anxiety, both from the field of psychology, general and Islamic, medical, academic, and spiritual that focus on Quran verses, but most of them only address those things and are not linked between one another. Therefore, this research covers all aspects and it put into a comprehensive Islamic perspective. Next, the research questions. First one, what is the concept of anxiety according to general theory? And number two, how is the concept of anxiety according to Islamic perspective? And the last one is how to overcome anxiety according to Islamic perspective. The method in this presentation is this research use a qualitative approach with the library research method because the center of attention is anxiety and its coping strategies. Almost all types of research require library studies, although people often distinguish between field research and library research. Both researchers still use literature search. And then the data source use primary data and secondary data. The first primary data discuss is writing the Quran, and which are studies from the book of Tafsir al-Muyassar. The secondary data, namely the Quran, Hadith, books, interpretation, and journals about anxiety. Next, the data collection technique is documentation and data analysis technique, data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing. Result in discussion. In the field of psychology, it is more commonly known as anxiety, which include feelings of uneasiness, worry, and apprehension. Technically, anxiety is often worry without a clear basis. The anxiety discussed here is a complex and chronic emotional condition characterized by involvement and fear as the dominant elements, especially is nervous and mental problem Anxiety is fear of situations that are not certain to occur. Anxiety arises when a person feels that the situation at hand will adversely affect or pose a threat and feels unable to deal with it. In spiritually or religiously, the concept of anxiety is divided into three parts. The first one is problem from the perspective of the Quran and Hadith, and the second one from the perspective of Islamic psychology, and the last one is from the perspective of scholar or Quran interpreters. Okay, in perspective of the Quran, in Arabic, anxiety is known by various terms such as faza, khawf, khalaqa, and jaza, all of which describe the meaning of doubt, anxiety, and worry. But in the Quran, several words such as khawf, yahdan, dhaik, and halu'ah express aspect of anxiety. These four words have the meaning of anxiety in the context of the Quran. The first that explain the word halu'ah is Quran Surah Al-Ma'arij, verse 19, and verses that explain the word of khawf, Quran Surah Ali Imran, verses 175, and Quran Surah Al-An'am, verses 48. And verses that explain the word of hazan, Quran Surah Yunus, verse 65, and Quran Surah Ali Imran, verses 139. And the last verse that explain the word of dhaik, and Quran Surah An-Nahl, verses 100 to 127. If the perspective of hadith that mean of the anxiety, for hadith riwayah Bukhari and hadith riwayah Muslim. Ma yusibul mu'mina min wasab wala nasab wala ham wala hadan wala gham wala adha hatta syawkatu yashakuha illa kaffarallahu biha min qatayahu. The meaning is, nothing befalls a mu'min in the form of pain, weariness, worry, grief, distress, or a thorn in the flesh, but his sin will be expiated. And then the perspective of Islamic psychology. In Islamic psychology, there is Islamic psychotherapy that discuss the psychological elements related to anxiety. Anxiety includes both physical and psychological response. The presence of worry followed by anxiety result in certain psychology response, which are then related in Islamic values. In perspective of scholar or Quran interpreters, the first one is Ibnu Abbas radhiyallahu an explained that al-halu'ah described in the Quran is when a person feels restless or complains when faced with difficult, but is too miserly when give favors and pleasures. Al-Ghazali state that before treating anxiety, both the counselor and the consul should focus on the treating the cause first. To improve the condition of the hurt, it is important to remove the root cause first, when the main factor is the love of the word. And the last one is Al-Zamakhshari explained that the nature of halu'ah is not present in human when they are still in the womb or when they are infant. Okay, how to deal with anxiety from a spiritual perspective. So how to deal it is the four part. The first one is salah and passion. To answer to Quran Surah Al-Ma'arij verses 19 to 21 about anxiety, is in the next verses is Quran Surah Al-Ma'arij verses 22. We read, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. illa al-musallin. Tafsir al-Muyassar is expect for those who establish prayers and keep it all the time, not being occupied by anything. Salah refers to it exactly, meaning Quran Surah Al-Baqarah verses 45 to 46 is the meaning of this ayah is, and seek help in all our affairs through passion of all kinds and prayer. Indeed, it is a very hard aspect for those who are sincere. That is, those who fear Allah and hope for what is with Him, and believe that they will indeed meet their Lord after that, and that they will return to Him on the day of resurrection to face the reckoning and recompense of their deeds. Number 2 is psychotherapy with verses of ayat-ayat Shifa. Islamic psychotherapy often use the Quran as means to obtain healing or shifa from various health problems, both physical and psychological. The first of ayah shifa or verse of shifa are as follow Quran Surah An-Nahl, Quran Surah Al-Isra, Quran Surah Ash-Shu'ara, Fussilat, Taubah, and Yunus. Number 3 is dua. The Quran is considered a special medicine to relieve restlessness, sadness, despair, and anxiety. Reading dua is believed to be able to seep into conscious and subconscious. Not only does it become aware of the meaning, but the literal meaning of the readings read, but also affect his behavior. This then result in feelings of calmness, relaxation, and self-confidence. The last one is zikr. Zikr is after affect a person's psychological dynamics, which can be explained as follows. Zikr is believed to make the heart calm. The calmness of the heart leads to a clean mind and healthy body. Zikr will bring a person to and mental state to be direct and balanced. Zikr is valuable as an act of worship and one of the various ways to bring several closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The calmness when doing zikr is what can reduce the anxiety experienced by individuals. The verse that explains about the remembrance is one of them in Quran Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 28. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Alladzina amanu wa tatma'innul qulubuhum bidzikrillah. Ala bidzikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Tafsir Al-Muyassar, the meaning of this ayah is, and Allah guides those whose heart are at peace with the monotheism of Allah and His remembrance, so that they become calm with it. Remember with obedience to Allah and His remembrance and with His reward. The heart becomes calm and peaceful. Okay, the conclusion in this discussion is the discussion of anxiety is very important one for the general public to know. Everyone must have felt anxiety, but this should not be taken lightly because excessive anxiety can harm the sufferer. This is called anxiety disorder. This disorder is the initial trigger for many cases that occur today, such as mental health issues, stress, depression, and even suicide. Therefore, the research conclude how to overcome with spiritual element or faith. The key of this anxiety medicine is in Quran Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 28, which explain how to calm the anxious heart by remembering Allah. The meaning of remembering Allah here is not just merely remembering of the name of Allah, but by being 100% absolutely sure that Allah is the only helper. Instill in your heart that faith in Allah exists. Like the case of genocide that occurred in Palestine, if asked about mental health, maybe their mental health is very destroyed. But because of the strong faith in Allah, with the praise Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil, then they is the key of the overcoming their anxiety. Faith or belief and always remembering Allah, be it through salah, patience, dua, and even practicing his verse. The last is the end of the anxiety, and the wisdom of zikr is mentioned in Quran Surah Al-Fajr, verses 27 to 30. That is, A'udzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainnah irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan maradiyah fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. That the soul that remains in the faith and belief justifies the word of Allah, believe that Allah is his Lord, submit and the command of Allah, is pleased with the decree or qada and destiny or qadar of Allah, who is safe from the punishment of Allah, who is always calm and peaceful by continuing to remember Allah. Okay, thank you so much and jazakumullahu khairan kasiran.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nur Fadilah Mukarami from UPI, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Maybe for the other participant need to ask or want to ask about this paper, you can type your question in the chat box of this Zoom. Maybe we can what we call that make conversation in this in the chat box. For the next presenter, please we ask for our brother Mr. Subhi Masoni Harimurti from Universitas Islam Indonesia. Are you join with us already? Join with us, Mr. Subhi.
Yes, Mr. Andri.
Okay, I will make you become co-host. Wait. Then spotlight for everyone. Okay. Okay, you can continue, Mr. Subhi. Yeah. Yeah. You can share your PPT, Mr. Subhi.
Still in progress.
Yeah, still in process.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Andri Nirwana. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Yeah, Honorable, our beloved moderator, Mr. Andri Nirwana, and all of the presenter in this morning. Nowadays, I will present my paper or my PowerPoint under title Efforts to Save the Universe, Muhammadiyah's Concern for the Environment. Yeah, so this is the big idea, the big topic of Muhammadiyah birthday in the last year. Yes, for the introduction, there are some problems that delivered me to present this presentation. The first
The environment has become a global issue that is increasingly pressing for the attention of all parties throughout the world. The problem begins with the existence of Muhammadiyah as a large and influential Islamic organization in Indonesia, which has long voiced its concern for the environment. Yeah, as we know that today we have force at the environment issues that some influence in our daily activities like this. And for the research problems, the first, what is Muhammadiyah's role in protecting and preserving the environment? The second, what Islamic views and teachings are the basis for Muhammadiyah's concern for the environment? Third, what concrete programs have been carried out by Muhammadiyah in effort to preserve nature? And the fourth, what is the impact of these efforts on the community and surrounding environment? And the last, what are the obstacles faced by Muhammadiyah in environmental conservation efforts? Yeah. So there are 5 research problems that I delivered in this presentation. And for the purpose why I write this paper like this. The purpose of this writing is to explore and analyze the role and contribution of Muhammadiyah in preserving the environment. Yeah. Some people argue that Muhammadiyah is Islamic organization. So most of them argue or state that this organization Muhammadiyah only only carry out in da'wah or Islamic activities only. But actually, yeah, the fact is Muhammadiyah also have a big concern in environment issues. For finding and discussion, I forget to write down and present in this PowerPoint regarding the method, but the main point of my method is in library research. Yeah. And for finding and discussion, Muhammadiyah as a large and influential Islamic organization in Indonesia has played a significant role in protecting and preserving the environment. Through educational institutions, hospitals, and various business units beyond, Muhammadiyah strives to implement environmentally friendly practices. Through its programs, Muhammadiyah also focuses on empowering communities to become agents of change in environmental conservation. One of Muhammadiyah's fatwa in the environmental field is not one of, but 2 of Muhammadiyah's fatwa in environmental field is water jurisprudence and disaster jurisprudence. Yeah. So there are 2 fatwa or jurisprudence based on environmental issues that that's launched by Muhammadiyah. And then the next, the preparation of water jurisprudence and disaster jurisprudence by Muhammadiyah involved in-depth thought and study involving scientists and jurisprudence experts in it. Water jurisprudence, which was initiated as a response to the global water crisis, has a philosophical foundation that includes basis Islamic values and environmental ethical principles. Indonesia, our country, faces a geographical reality that is vulnerable to natural disasters. Yeah, as we know that Indonesia is part of Ring of Fire. So yeah, there are so many big number of disaster in this country. Muhammadiyah emphasized that disasters, whatever their form, whatever their form, are a test from Allah that must be faced with full faith and submission. Yeah, yeah, maybe like the previous presenter, regarding to delay to reduce a sin. Yeah, like and not only anxiety but disaster, to reduce our sin, our faults. In disaster jurisprudence, Muhammad established an ethic of faith and recovery, which includes the principle that aid must be more than just donation, more than just donations, but must also build and assist communities in returning their normal lives. Yeah, there are three main points of these issues. Yeah. First, water jurisprudence and disaster jurisprudence provide a strong theological basis to guide Muslims in their attitude towards climate change. Yeah, yeah. This not only to resistance in disaster or water, lack of water, but also about theological basis. Yeah, there is a Islamic value in this. And then second, disaster jurisprudence provides an ethical and practical framework for responding to the impacts of climate change, which can cause natural disasters. And third, water jurisprudence and disaster jurisprudence create awareness. Yeah, create awareness. For the example, Muhammadiyah has MDMC, Muhammadiyah Disaster and Management Center. Muhammadiyah have Lazismu, Lazis Muhammadiyah. That both of them are the real implementation of solidarity and social responsibility in overcoming climate change. Yeah, and then by bringing together theological views and practical guidance, water jurisprudence and disaster jurisprudence provide important guidance in overcoming climate change. Yeah. And then in Islam, the basic values of Muhammadiyah. We know that we have a concept of Khalifah. The concept of Khalifah as a substitute or representative of Allah on earth implies that humans have a moral responsibility to act as good stewards of nature. Yeah, stewards or guardians, I mean. Yeah. And then the principles of hima, provision of harm, how to preserve, how to conserve, make a good conservation, and then israf, taking excess. In Islam, provide clear limits against excessive exploitation of nature. In practice, Muhammadiyah takes the example of the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as an inspiring example in protecting nature. It is about protecting nature. Muhammadiyah has implemented various concrete programs in nature conservation efforts covering various fields. From their education, we know that Muhammadiyah have so many educational institution, like UMS, and then reforestation, water conservation, and then plastic reduction campaigns. Muhammadiyah not only focuses on big programs, but also empowers local communities. In Jogja, we have another program namely Sodakoh Sampah. And the founder of Sodakoh Sampah is the chief of Community Dakwah Council of Muhammadiyah district in Yogyakarta. Yeah, there is another initiative, yeah, good initiative for Muhammadiyah to empower local communities through Sedekah Sampah Sodakoh Sampah program. And then Muhammadiyah has successfully held the Global Forum for Climate Change. Yeah, as we know that this event is held 1 or 2 days before Milad, yeah, before November of 18, last year, 2022. This discussion focused on strategies, initiatives, and legal to financial frameworks for adapting to the impacts of climate change. The efforts made by Muhammadiyah to preserve the environment have a significant impact on society and the surrounding environment. Muhammadiyah programs have also had an impact in terms of community involvement. Yeah, not only Muhammadiyah as a body, but also involve the people, involve the communities. And then the last for conclusion, Muhammadiyah as an organization committed to environmental preservation has shown a significant role in efforts to protect nature. The impact of these efforts is felt in increasing environmental awareness, changing consumption behavior, and improving the quality of life of local communities. Despite this, Muhammadiyah continues to struggle and overcome these obstacles with strong determination. Maybe it is enough for our presentation. I apologize. I apologize my presentation, if any, and thank you for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Subhi, for your presentation, for the nice presentation. For the other audience, if you have any question for Mr. Subhi or Dr. Subhi, maybe you can type your question in the chat, and then we can discuss at the end of this seminar or this presentation. Maybe for the next presenter, we ask for Mr. Dr. Sayyid Muhammad Indallah. Already joined with us, Mr. Sayyid. Dr. Sayyid Muhammad Indallah.
Here. I'm here.
Dr. Sayyid Muhammad Indallah. Can you make your camera on, Mister?
I'm here, sir.
Bisa buat itu kamera on?
Yes, finish.
Replace.
You see my camera?
Oh yeah, your camera is on already. Okay. Mr. Sayyid, please take your time for the presentation.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. I would like to present my paper under the title Analysis of the Meaning of Fitrah in the Quran as a Solution to the Problem of Sexual Consent, Child-Free, Nature and Nurture. So here, let's begin from introduction. The concept of fitrah is an important discussion to explain because the understanding of fitrah determines the purpose of human life. Currently, the discussion of fitrah is usually associated with the concept of education, freedom, and sexual and gender. However, here the concept of fitrah will be explained to answer the problem of sexual consent, child-free, and nature and nurture. Before getting into the core or main discussion, it is necessary to know first the meaning of fitrah itself. Here, fitrah is taken from the Al-Quran, fatrah, or fitrah. And on my opinion, of all that has been found, there are three words related to this discussion, namely din, khaliq, ashak, ashukuk. For clarity, here are some terms related to fitrah from Muslim scholars. What can be understood is that fitrah is the common Islam. In addition, Islam itself is Islam. In fact, there is a primordial covenant between Allah and the creation to which humans agree. In this section, we focus on the phrase ittabi fitrat Allah. I halqatillah allati halqan nasa alaiha wa dhalika anna kulla mauludin yuladu ala ma fatarallah ila al-akhir. Fitrat Allah, it means dinullah. So here we can see also ittabi fitratullah. So the main fitrah is din. So ma min mauludin illa yuladu ala fitrah wa abawahu yahwidanihi wa nasiranihi. From all the previous explanation, it can be seen this column. From Surah Ar-Rum, so Al-Hud. From all words here, we can take conclusion that the meaning of fitrah, those are ad-din, so al-Islam. So ma min mauludin fitrah ashak, so and the last syukur. So here Muslim scholars' opinion on fitrah. Generally, Muslim scholars are of the opinion that fitrah is about Islam and religion, or the command to follow a religion, course with all its values and teachings. But here, Alatas, as a modern scholar, provides a broader discussion where human nature comes from the Mithaq or primordial covenant. The agreement can also be related to Ma'rifah, where Allah introduced his servant through his Asma. Then it becomes knowledge for humans and to arrive at Ma'rifatullah. In addition, Alatas or Syed Muhammad Alatas also explained that human nature also does justice or puts everything in its good place or proper place, so that humans who carry out their nature can be said that be insan kamil. So this problem of child-free, sexual consent, nature and nature. This is the core discussion of this paper. Why the problem in three issues such as child-free, sexual consent, and nature lies in the mistake in understanding the future or even blaming human fitrah. When child-free aims to not have children, let alone blaming human nature, even biological nature is contradictory. Therefore, the answer is to go back to human nature. It is the same with sexual consent, that they feel they have the right to bodily autonomy. However, what is clear is that in human nature, religion and spirit cannot be separated, so that human behavior must be in accordance with the spirit that has the nature of faith or follow the teaching of Islam. Then the last one is related to nature and nurture, that they cannot differentiate between human sex. Even sex is not only male or female and female. This is, of course, born from feminism, which protests about gender inequality. So to answer this, we also go back to human nature, which is to agree with what has been determined by Allah from sex and biological nature. So here we can see how to solve this problem from child free. Here we give the Insan Kamil as a fitra, because the highest level fitra is in Insan Kamil. This from Alatas point of view. So the conclusion, the word fitra is in Al-Quran, Islam, and all his teachings. The problem of child-free sexual consent and nature and nurture is a deviation from nature. So the way to overcome this is to return to nature, namely Islam, serving and become Khalifah art or Khalifah art. Okay, that's for me. I do apologize for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Syed Muhammad in Allah. Again and again, we ask for the other participant if we have any question for this paper, for contribute the good construction of the paper, or some contribution or additional information, or make the paper is better. Please, you can give your question in the chat box that we have in the Zoom platform. Thank you, Mr. Syed. Again, we say to you. And then again for the other presentation, please we ask for you all to post the PPT. PPT for your PPT in the chat box. Maybe for the other participant can read and can give any what we call the additional information, additional knowledge for the paper. Then for our administration also, we need also for your PPT is posting in this chat box, or maybe you can send directly to me. So you can post in this chat box, and also you can send directly to my WhatsApp number. So you have already my WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you, Mr. Syed. And then for the next presenter, we ask for Miss Annie Rohimah. Miss Annie Rohimah. Miss Annie Rohimah, are you ready with us? Miss Annie
Yes, I'm ready.
Rohimah. Miss Annie Rohimah.
I'm ready, Mr. Andri.
Okay, I will make you as a co-host. Make co-host, and then make replace spotlight. Spotlight for everyone. Okay, you can start, Miss Annie.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's introduce myself. My name Ani Rohimah from Industrial Engineering Department, Muhammadiyah, AR Fakhruddin University in Tangerang, Banten. In this conference, I will present about designing a public kitchen in a disaster evacuation site using the PAL and BAIT method. This is a kind of the Muhammadiyah disaster management. Okay. For production, we are team in Muhammadiyah Air Fakhruddin University in collaboration with Muhammadiyah Disaster Management Center or MDME, collaborated in community service activities for natural disaster in Cianjur earthquake at the end of 2022. In this activity, we observe that about public kitchen in evacuation site area. The public kitchen use is a house left by its resident to anticipate aftershock. The house is safe to be used as a public kitchen at the same time to feed local residents in need. The house was reorganized by volunteer like MDMC and another Muhammad City and function as a public kitchen. Our purpose in this paper, the impact of natural disaster at loss, injury, and displacement. One of urgent need in the disaster evacuation site or in bahasa we say tempat pengungsian is creating emergency public kitchen. In another site, according to regulation 2023, MDMC is the one of organization mandated to service need of disaster victim in Banten province. Back to the slide is a picture of a disaster evacuation site in the Cianjur earthquake. This by Unimar or Universitas Muhammadiyah Air Fakhruddin and team from MDMC. And then we use PAL and BAIT method. PAL and BAIT method consists of 4 steps. The first, we have planning and task description. The second, we have product concept design. Third, product shape design. And the last, detail design. And then result and discussion. From the first step in planning and task description, we have two criteria. There are space and circulation flow. This planning and task description is made by ergonomic design. This is our concern in industrial engineering. How to make ergonomic kitchen in evacuation area. And then from the second step, product concept design, we decided many requirements and many in the kitchen activities, such as activity in or out, requirement door, and the many activity like walking, sitting, reading, pick up, protection, cooking, and using. And these requirements such as door, circulation area, cupboard, trash bin, pedestal, floor, home appliance, and dining room. Okay, next, the product shape design. From the activities, we make design the kitchen and these facilities includes table, chair, trash can, cooking utensil, and space for it. The public kitchen design used as a guide for MDMC or for another public Muhammadiyah University, if any, they have duty in disaster site. The last step is detailed product design. We use software in computer to make two alternative design. For the alternative, we design a public kitchen using a dishwasher or sink. And the second alternative design, we do not use dishwasher or without sink. And then there are two alternatives. The first alternative design use sink or dishwasher, and the second alternative we don't have a dishwasher or sink in this layout design. This layout can be used for MDMC or another Muhammadiyah body to implement it in another disaster evacuation site, especially in Banten province. And for the last, after we make a design, we have a simulated this. We have a simulation without software. We simulated about people in, people come, and people out to the kitchen. And for the simulation, we have efficiency and activity and also utility of this public kitchen. But this only a screenshot of this video. But from this video, you can know about effectivity and utilization of this public kitchen. Okay, thank you. That's all our presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss Andi Rahima, for the presentation. Again, we ask for the participant, if you have any question, maybe for you can put your question in the chat box, and then we can discuss for the end of this presentation. After all presenters deliver his presentation. Okay, for the next presenter, we ask for Dr. Muhammad Muhtar Arifin Sholeh. Dr. Muhammad Muhtar Arifin Sholeh. Wait for a minute.
Inshallah, ready?
PPT, are you with your PPT, or I am ready to share your PPT, Mr. Arifin?
I also ready to share my PPT, same PPT, inshallah.
You will share yourself, right? Okay, I will make you as a co-host and then spotlight for everyone. Okay, yeah, you can start with share your PPT, Muhammad Arifin Sholeh. Okay.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wassuhbihi ajmain, nama ba'du. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mr. Henri Nirwana, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm here.
Respected teacher. First of all, we have to do syukur to Allah SWT because of many bounties from Him. I would like to present my paper or my PPT by title Harmony Muslim Family Education in the digital era and the Islamic perspective. Okay, as we know that the nuclear family consists of father, mother, and child, and then if there is more than one child, then there is the terminology sister, brother, yeah, and adik, kakak in our family. And then the family member are expected to live unitedly, jama'ah, and get along and happy, harmonious relationship. However, in the fact, many families have disharmonious life. Yeah, there are many divorces. Yeah, and if we find in news, in television, husband kill wife, wife kill husband, and children kill their parents, and so on and so on. Yeah, it is the problem in the society, and then now the digital era is era filled with the rapid development of information technology, such as the widespread use of mobile phone and internet network at home, at school, and wherever, including our children. This is a challenge for parents at home and also teachers at school. And the children, students today prefer and use mobile phone more often than reading textbook, for example. Yeah. The student or children prefer to see television or open handphone rather than reading text in the book. The use of mobile phones, children and children who are not supervised by a parent or a teacher, I think it will have negative impact about this. In the Quran, Allah said in the Surah Ar-Rum, verse 21, it is the ayah that very often mentioned when wedding ceremony, that Allah and among among signs of his second dominion is that created for you and wife, and then your own kid, yeah, that you might be inclined and at easy to her, made him among your love and affection. Indeed, in such of one there is a need, a sign for the thinking. Yeah. The ayat mentioned about the purpose of making family. We call, there is the very popular terminology, we call sakinah, mawaddah, warahmah, and then we abbreviate with samara, sakinah, mawaddah, rahmah, and then the word wa, it means and. I omit this, so only 3 words, sakinah, mawaddah, and rahmah. Samara, if we abbreviate it. Sakinah, mawaddah, warahmah. Yeah, sakinah means peaceful, quiet, safe, comfortable among the member of family, wife, and then husband, and then children. And then mawaddah means love or feelings of love, affection from external factor, from physical. So we love because of the physical thing, or to speak, for example, and then our body and other thing. It is mawaddah. So mawaddah, love because of the physical thing, including sound, how to speak, and so on. And then rahmah means tender affection emanates from the deep of heart, that is sincere and willing to sacrifice. So rahmah is an inner factor. It is spiritual. We love someone because of our hearts. Yeah, we have deep love in our hearts. Yeah, so we can say that mawaddah wa rahmah, mawaddah and rahmah, it can be said that this is the external factor and internal factor, and we can say the outer beauty and an inner beauty. Yeah, outer beauty, mawaddah, and then rahmah, inner beauty. Another ayat, it is very popular ayat in the Tahrim, Surah Tahrim, verse 6. Yeah. This ayat called the believers how to preserve himself, herself, and the families, his families, from the fire of hell. Wa anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. I think it is the main job of father or husband, especially, and also wife. Yeah, how to save our member of family from the hellfires. And then a little bit about the Islamic parent, how we can consider someone or become Islamic parent. It means Muslim parent who make Islam as their guideline, yeah, in their life, yeah, including how to respect to the children. We call takrimul awlad, yeah, not only birrul walidain. Our children ask for respect to our the parents, and then also takrimul awlad, how the parents respect to his children. And then the second one, those who do for our sakes, especially father and mother, husband and wife, follow the ways justified by Allah and His Messenger, and aim to achieve the pleasure of Allah, to get the mardatillah, yeah, ibtigha mardatillah. And then the third one, I think it is very popular terminology. The Islamic parent is those who have person in Muslim competence. There are many Muslim competence: salimul aqidah, sahihul ibadah, mati'unul khuluq, qadirun nafsi, and so on and so on. Yeah, we can check this. How to make the harmonious family? We can follow the advice from Luqman in the Surah Luqman, yeah, especially in verse 12 until 19. In the verse 12, this is about the syukur, thanksgiving, how to grateful to Allah because of His ni'mah. And then the second one, believe in one God. It is Aqidah Tauhid. Yeah. La tusyrik billah inna syirka la zulmun azim. The ayat mentioned. And then the third one, filial piety to parent. Yeah. But respect to father, to mother, and then love him and her, and so on. And number 4, responsibility in the verse 60. And then number 5, upholding salah, aqimus salah. Yeah. And then amar ma'ruf, nahi munkar. It means that our children is trained to ask for many people how to do good deeds. Yeah, yeah, and how to we omit munkarat. Number 7, about good deeds. It is amal saleh, good deed, and it is one of the manifestation of ahlakul karimah, amal saleh. Yeah. In detail, we can say amal saleh. It we call amal imaniyah, yeah, based to iman, and then amal ilmiyah. Our amal must be consisted the ilm. Amal karimah, it is very good deeds, yeah. And then amal rahmah, amal barakah, amal salamah, yeah. And so on. About syukur, a little bit about syukur. Luqman have advice to us, especially as parents. Yeah. Allah SWT said, "Walaqad atayna Luqmanul hikmata an ishkurillah." Yeah. And indeed, we have given wisdom to Luqman. Yeah. Al-hikmah an ishkurillah. Give thanks to Allah, and whoever gives thanks to God, وَمَن يَشْكُرْ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ. Whoever gives thank God, then verily he gives thanks for himself. وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ حَمِيدٌ. And whoever is not grateful, then verily Allah is rich and most praiseworthy. A little bit about the syukur, yeah. And the main message in the syukur is that we must believe that everything we can drink, we can eat, and everything we can use, all of this from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and we use it, yeah, according to the way of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. A little bit about the Aqidah Tawhid. Wa idh qala Luqmanu libnihi. Yeah. And then Luqman said to his children, "Ya bunayya," wa huwa ya'iduhu, "Ya bunayya, la tusyrik billah." Oh my son, do not fellowship with Allah. Yeah. Do not make everything as Allah. Inna shirka la dhulmun adhim. Indeed, fellowship of Allah, fellowshipping Allah is indeed, it is a great tyranny. Yeah. I think the final is just I say harmonious family. The purpose of starting a family is to build a Samara family. Sakinah wa wadah rahmah. And then I just explained about this. And then now in the digital area, children are educated in the era of digital technology development. So children have a competitive advantage. Yeah. So not only in moral thing, yeah, not only in worship thing, but also in technology, we educate children. Children are prepared to compete, to become a champion, superior, mastery or discipline of interest, and then mastery of technology, information technology, and in foreign language skill. I think it's very important. Our children have to be able to in speaking, writing, and in reading with the Arabic, English, or other languages, and then have communication skill with other, and of course noble ethics, akhlaqul karimah, are the main provision that must be given to children in today's modern life. Children are educated to develop, to have high productivity and good appearance. Productivity is the ability to produce well, such as the produce works, object, tool that are very useful for many people, having bright ideas to provide solution to life problem, and good appearance, how is to speak truthfully, politely, yeah, And then do useful and congratulation, be positive and think positively. I think enough my presentation, maybe manfaat for us, we can get this thing. I give to Mr. Dr. Andrin. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Arifin Sholeh from Unisula. Again, we ask for the other participant. If you have any question, you can chat in the box chat of this Zoom platform for the contribution for this paper become this paper become better and worth it to publish in this conference. And then for thank you again. We say for Mr. Muhammad Muhtar Arifin Saleh. Yeah. And then for the next presenter, we ask for Mr. Haut Al-Ma'un from Zamzam Muhammadiyah Cilongkok Modern Islamic Boarding School. Are you already joined with us, Mr. Haut Al-Ma'un?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Haut Al-Ma'un, make co-host, and then spotlight for everyone. Okay, Mr. Haut Al-Ma'un, you can start share your PPT. Yeah, you can share your PPT and then you can start your presentation.
Yes. Can you see my paper?
Already published in our screen. Yeah, Fadzli.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I'm Haut Al-Ma'un. I'm student of Zamzam Muhammadiyah Islamic Boarding School, Banyumas, Indonesia. I want to talk about the effort increase scientific literacy of Zamzam Muhammadiyah Islamic Boarding School. Introduction. Islamic boarding school in Indonesia are developing both in urban and rural area. This is supported by data showing 39,000 Islamic boarding school with 4 million students. The Zamzam Muhammadiyah Modern Islamic Boarding School is the second largest in Indonesia, contributing to the quality of Islamic education with potential achievement and cooperation. The research problem. One of the problems in Indonesia, including in the world of education and Islamic boarding school, is the low level literacy, where the OIC 2018 placed Indonesia in 74th place with a combination of reading literacy at 74th, mathematics literacy at 73, and science literacy at 71. Next, research contribution. Increasing the role of Islamic boarding school student and teacher at the Zamzam Muhammadiyah Islamic boarding school in research, scientific literacy, and presenting seminar and scientific journal publication. Method. The method uses quantitative with the literature study approach. As stated in University 2020, the concept of literature study includes a series of activities related to combining library data, reading and taking notes, as well as processing research material. Result. The research finding combined from library source were then categorized based on the Zamzam Modern Muhammadiyah Islamic Boarding School, which is summarized in the following table. And next, how to deal with problem in everyday life. including learning and literacy skills, so that in the future it will improve the literacy index as per the target for achieving scientific literacy aspect, understanding the scientific method, and for the indicator and identity fact sentence ideas, achievement able to link arguments with scientific evidence, and then nothing. And the second is managing analysis and interpreting scientific data. And one of indicator is define a graph that to fit the data. And one of achievement able to create an understanding good table creation. Next discussion. What effort to increase participation? Teacher competency with similar activities should be attended frequently to find out more about development of education at Samsung Muhammadiyah Islamic boarding school to the public as a reference or point of reference. The second, effort to improve scientific publication. Most students help to get a scholarship for the achievement or award they get. Scientific publication provide ample opportunity for every student to achieve their dreams by getting a scholarship at an educational institution that is considered very good and spirit and getting student exchange scholarship. And next, conclusion. Effort are needed to increase scientific literacy at the Samsung Muhammadiyah Islamic boarding school through teacher competency, student interest, self-confidence, and language master skills. Meanwhile, effort to increase scientific publication involves promotion of Islamic boarding school, recommendation for scholarship, and training in scientific publication. The research implication of a better scientific literacy for students and teachers at the Zamzam Muhammadiyah Islamic boarding school will increase participation in seminar activities and scientific publications. And thank you. Nun wal qalami wa ma yasturun. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you. This is young boy, yeah, Mr. Haut Al-Maun. After graduate from your school, where you want to continue your study, bachelor, is it already your option, your plan?
I don't in day I don't know have plan.
You have no any plan, yeah. Okay. So you can search UMS, UMS information. Maybe you can join with us as a student.
Inshallah.
Because this conference is annually. Each year we deliver the conference. Thank you again. We say to Mr. Haud Al-Maun.
Yes.
And then for the next presenter, we ask for Miss Desma Kurniawan. Desma Kurniawan. Oh, Malish. I'm sorry. Mr. Desma Kurniawan. Mr. Desma Kurniawan.
Hadir, sir.
Mr. Desma Kurniawan, I make co-host, and then spotlight for everyone. Yes, you can start sharing your PPT in the screen. Is it already okay? Very nice. Okay, thank you. You can take your time, Mr. Desma.
Thank you, Mr. Henri. I'm with Arabic language. Permission to you. Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahi ladzi bi ni'matihi tatimmus shalihat. Salatu wassalam ala sayyidil mursalin wa imamut taqin وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثات بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أما بعد jazakumullah ila Raisul Jaslah Ustadz Henri Nirwana ala intihazil fursah li taqdimi al-bahas minni fi hadhihi al-fursah al-ghaliyah ala al-mawdu' yakni tahwil muassasat at-ta'limiyah fi jam'iyah al-Muhammadiyah. Khalfiyatul bas yakni jam'iyah Muhammadiyah hiya wahidatun min akbar munazzamat al-islamiyah fi Indonesia. Na'lam anna hunaka jam'iyah ukhra yakni Nahdlatul Ulama rubama yakni Majlis Tafsir Al-Qur'an wa ghairu dzalik. Ana jam'iyah Muhammadiyah ahad min akbar munazzamat al-islamiyah fi Indonesia. Walati tanfudu da'wah alal amri bil ma'ruf wa nahyi anil munkar bihadafi atamassuk bidinil Islam laha dauratun adimah ala ta'sis tarbiyah at-ta'lim fi Indonesia. Ahadu adwar Muhammadiyah fiha hiya insya'ul muassasat ta'limiyah al-islamiyah bidimni al-ulum ad-diniyah wal ammah allati tatawwurul an ila ma'had al-islamiyah. Ada kama amalahu yakni Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan ba'da al-hajjahu wa ta'alama ila al-mudarrisina fi Makkah wa yakni yu'assis yakni madrasah bidimni al-ulum ad-diniyah wal amah. Yakni asbahat al-ma'had al-islamiyah asy-syaidah ar-ra'isiyah al-intisari dakwah al-islam fi Indonesia walati ta'amal ala i'dadit talabah al-mutkinun fi dirasah al-islamiyah wal faqihuna fi dinil Islam. Ada yakni ma'had rubama ma'had PUTM fi Yogyakarta yakni yu'assis atau yu'adid li tafaqquh fi din. Wa ya qadiratun ala intajil jail al-mutamayyiz fi tasqifil mujtama' al-Indonesi. Wa hadhihi kullaha tushajji'u jam'iyah Muhammadiyah ala muwassalati an-nuhud bit-ta'lim wa tatwiri at-tarbiyah fi Indonesia. Ada palbas yahdifu hadzal bas ila wasfi wal iktisaf tahawil al-muassasat at-ta'limiyah fi jam'iyah Muhammadiyah bidayatan ala nizam al-madrasi wal an tatawwarat ila ma'had al-islamiyah. Dan yakni bidayatuha yakni madrasah summa tatawarat ila al-ma'had al-islamiyah. Jadi uslubul bahas wa uslubu hadzal bahas yakni hiya al-maktabi data mana hits at-tarikhiyah wal istima'iyah wal wasfiyah wa asalibul jam'il bayanat al-mustakhdimah hiya al-mulahadah wa tawfiq. Dan uslub al-bahas yakni al-maktabi binadri ila manahij at-tarikhiyah wal ijtimaiyah wal wasfiyah. Sama yakni natijah min hadzal bahas min nataij hadzal bahas yakni ad-dirasah dzikra anna al-muassasah at-ta'limiyah Muhammadiyah qad hawalat min nizam madrasah ila ma'had al-islamiyah binamadijin mukhtalifatin. Dan hunaka yakni salasah anwa ma'had fil Muhammadiyah. Al-awwal yakni ma'had al-muassasah ala madrasah al-islamiyah, yakni ma'had alladzi lahu talib wa la yaskun fil maskan, yakni rubama yadkhul madrasah fi sabah wa yarji ila al-bait ila buyutihim fil masa. Selanjutnya yakni al-ma'had muassasah ala nizam takhassus, yakni rubama fi tahfidz atau rubama fi ma'had yakni rubama menggunakan ma'had transcend yakni takhusus fi ta'lim ad-din wa ta'lim ulumul amah. Wal akhir wal muassasah ala nizam ma'had al-Muhammadiyah, yakni ma'had alladhi yata'allamu fi tulab wa yaskun fil maskan aw fi dakhil ma'had wa yarji ila baitihim yarji fi waqtin khas. Wa khulasatul bahas yakni An aksar ma yumayizul Muhammadiyah mundu nas'atiha wa tarkizuha ala tatwiril ta'lim wa khos fil madaris. Qala Rais Qism Tatwir Ma'had Muhammadiyah yakni LP2M PP annaha tasil halian yakni anna Rais yaqul anna fi am 2023 anna Muhammadiyah yasil ila 440 ma'hadan fi jami'an ha Indonesia. Wa tu'tabaru hadil bayanat musajjian binadri ila anna hadil muassasah lam yatimmu tashkiluha fil mu'tamar Muhammadiyah as-sabi wal arba'in am 2015 fi Makassar. Ada kama yakni fi mu'tamar fi Makassar. Min baini ma'had adida allati tamlikuha Muhammadiyah kullu ma'had laha khasaisuha khasah ma nizami ta'limuha. Bada'at munazzamah Muhammadiyah binidham madrasi wa yal'an tatawarat ila ma'had ma'iddati namadud hiya ma'had al-muassasah al-madrasah al-islamiyah wal ma'had muassasah ala nidham takhassus wal ma'had muassasah ala nidhamil ma'had al-Muhammadiyah. Ada minna Ustaz Henri, askurukum jazakumullah ala intihas fursa ilaina. Syukran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Syukran akhina akhi Desma Kurniawan. Mungkin minal muhadir al-akharun indakum as-su'al ya. Mungkin an taktub fi sunduk chat box fi hada Zoom ya. Insyaallah بعدين في النهاية من هذا المؤتمر إن شاء الله سوف نناقش أو نبحث فيه. طيب ثم ننتقل إلى المحاضر المقبل يعني أختنا Tri Putri Siti Fatimah اشتركت معنا already join with us. Okay.
Yes,
thank you again for Mr. Desma. Again we remove co-host with the permission, and then we do Miss Tri Putri become co-host, and then replace for spotlight. You can start share your PPT, and then you can start your presentation.
Okay. Can you see my slide?
Already published in our screen.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Tri Putri Siti Fatimah. I'm from Muhammadiyah University of Surakarta. In my presentation, I will talk about Muhammadiyah moderation concept in the implementation of multicultural files. Before start the discussion, these are some points that I will convey about my journal. Here I have 5 points that I will discuss. The first, methodology. The method used in this research use the method of qualitative research according Mulyana 2008. Describe research qualitative as research that use scientific methods to represent a phenomenon in creating was explaining data and fact. And the next discourse. In Arabic moderation is called the term al-Wastaniyah al-Islamiyah, which has the meaning of an Islamic doctrine that directs its people to behave fairly and equitably, meaning they are not too inclined to the left or the right, not too flexible to one things and perspective other things differently. In English, moderation or moderate has another name, which is Islamic moderation. The next, role of the Muhammadiyah. Muhammadiyah places itself as religion social movement that also serves, of course. In this case, Muhammadiyah often finds a problem that occurs between the people, while the fact in the society itself are not all uniform in determining something, like that not all people are members of Muhammadiyah. But Muhammadiyah is able to give attitude to the people when solving a way that is not to starting to one things. And the next, religious moderation in Muhammadiyah. Muhammadiyah moderation has their distinct characteristic. Namely, the first is faith and worship, which is interpreted in a deep and balanced manner, and it's not easy to bring down the image and good name of other people or other institute. Secondly, Muhammadiyah morals follow morals like the Sunnah of the Prophet, but it also give birth to teaching that are good for other people to beneficial for other people. The third or final one is Mu'amalah, progressive and dynamic. Muhammadiyah also instills a principle of tawazun or balance, and also ta'adul or fairness. And the last, moderate attitude of the Muhammadiyah perspective. Through the founding of Muhammadiyah, it received a lot of criticism, but Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan did not easily give up in carrying out his missionary, that is, in order to bring about process for the people. What Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan is currently doing many beyond ordinary things, but it is breakthrough which was very large and also had been enforced during the early days of Muhammadiyah founding in realizing Islamic moderation. Conclusion, in facing difference and also various Muhammadiyah culture, implementing the modern concept, proving that Muhammadiyah is not a radical movement and not extreme movement towards society in responding to society diversity, starting for ethnic, culture, and other diversity. Religious diversity, Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan, as the founder of Muhammadiyah, a figure will always give up hope in establishing Muhammadiyah, in carrying out its da'wah, especially in implementing the concept of moderation in Muhammadiyah and promote multicultural values. Muhammadiyah moderation is based on the Quran and Sunnah. That's why Muhammadiyah has a concept of moderation which is strong, enhancing the multicultural values that exist in Indonesia. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Putri Siti Fatimah, for your presentation. I ask for all the participants for make camera on. I will take before we continue for the next presentation. We need to take the pictures of all the participants for our documentation. Okay, Mr. Syed, can you make your camera on? Mr. Haud Al-Maun, Miss Nur Fadilah Mukarami, Mr. Haud Al-Maun, can you make your camera on? Just only 2 minutes. Okay, we count 1, 2, 3. will share to the okay, finish. And then maybe for the last speaker for today, we ask for Mr. Ridwan Febrianto. Are you already joined with us, Mr. Ridwan?
Yes, Mr. Santeri. I'm
طيب
with you.
أيوة أنت تتكلم بالعربية العربية ولا الإنجليزية؟
نعم.
عربية أو الإنجليزية؟
بالعربية لو سمحتوا.
أيوة ما مشكلة يا أخي. ممكن تبدأ يعني مثل نقول بقص يعني صريحة كذا خلاص.
نعم. هل
طيب.
هذا ظاهر أستاذ؟
أيوة ظاهر صريحة ظاهرة.
طيب.
تفضل.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وعلى أما بعد. سامحوني أيها الحاضرون على إلقاء هذا البحث المتواضع الناقص على عنوان دور جمعية محمدية تأثيرا إيجابيا في مجالي التعليم والاقتصاد. ده موجزة، هذا كالمقدمة أو هو أقدم إن لم إسلامي بلد. أسسها كي الحاج أحمد دهلان، هو رجل معروف عندنا. جمعية محمدية، جمعية إصلاحية ودعوية التي تحض المسلمين للعودة إلى العبادة والتوحيد والأخلاق الإسلامية وسنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. وأقول لم تقتصر غاية تأسيس هذه الجمعية على هذا فحسب، من غايات تأسيس هذه الجمعية أن كي الحاج أحمد دهلان يلاحظ المسلم فيه، ولذلك أسس هذه المؤسسة لتطوير مجالي التعليم والاقتصادي في المجتمع المسلم بإندونيسيا. فقلت هنا محمدية مسمى لحركة إسلامية إندونيسيا، وأسست في كومان يوغياكرتا في 18 نوفمبر عام 1912. وأسس محمدية كي الحاج أحمد دهلان المعروف بعالم ذكي تقي مفكر جديد. ومحمدية لها نشاطات لا تقتصر فقط الدين ولكن نشاطات الاجتماعية. فهنا شرحت بعض البيانات عن النشاطات الاجتماعية التي قام بها محمد. أبرزها نشاطان، وهما نشاطات التعليم ونشاطات الاقتصاد. فعلامة نجاح هذه النشاطات المحمدية هي ظهور مدارس محمدية متوفرة وكثيرة جدا بمراحل مختلفة من الابتدائية والإعدادية والثانوية والمستوى المهني. مستوى مهني يعني SMK، هذا الذي أجده في كلمات الجامعات. وهذه المدارس انتشرت وهذا مع حتى الآن جمعية محمدية أصبحت جمعية دينية الأقدم في إندونيسيا، ولديها بالفعل العديد من الأعمال الخيرية في مجالات الاقتصادية كالمدارس، وهذا لا شك فيه، والمستشفيات كذلك، جامعات وبدلت هذه المؤسسة اهتمامها بتولية توزيع الزكاة الصدقة والوقف. وعند محمدية منظور خاص في مجال التعليم، وهو عندنا المسمى كمهمة. هذا منظور خاص لا يوجد مؤسسة أخرى إلا في محمدية في جهة التعليم يمثله في مسمى تعليم محمدي أو نسميه بمصطلح دياهان. كما في كتبه يقول أحمد دهلان عن كمحمدية، فقال التطلع إلى تكوين جيل جديد كريم الأخلاق. هذه رغبة الشيخ، رغبة كي الحاج أحمد دهلان، أراد أن يكون جيلا جديدا جيدا كريم الأخلاق نبيل الأخلاق، وإتقان المعرفة الدينية والآراء الواسعة في العلوم الآمة، وبذل الجهد من أجل مصالح المسلمين. أو باختصار أراد ورغب شيخ أحمد دهلان كي الحاج أحمد دهلان أن يجمع في أمة الإسلام أو أمة مسلمة مصالح الدينية ومصالح الدنيوية، يعلمون تعاليم الإسلام، يعلمون علوم إسلامية، ويعلمون كذلك علوم العامة. ثم يليه ميزات تعليم تعليم محمدي، ميزاته محمدية كمحمدية. فميزاته الأولى تقدر محمدية حفظ التكامل بين شؤون الدعوة مع الشؤون الاجتماعية، والتوازن بين خيري الدنيا والدين. وهذا الذي حافظ عليها العلماء بعده، علماء محمدية بعده، كما بينه حيدر ناصر في إحدى مقالاته أن مفهوم تعليم الشامل للمحمدية هو خصيصة التعليم المحمدي، بأن البشر يمكنه العثور على معنى حياتهم من خلال التعامل مع الآخرين، وكذلك تطوير عقولهم وسلوكهم. هذا الميزة الأولى. ثم ميزة الثانية، على الرغم من قيام محمدية بإجراء التحديثات التعليمية، هذه ميزة من تعاليم المحمدية، أنهم يصنعون وينشأون مدارس الحديثية التي لم تعرف قبل، وكانت في مضى زمان وقت لم يكن أي تعليم عن طريق تعليم تقليدي أو ما نعرفه بسوروغان أو بندونغان، فاستبدلها كي حاج أحمد دهلان بنظام جديد، نظام حديثي، نظام معروف لدى الحكومة الاستعمارية الهولندية. فأسس كي الحاج أحمد دهلان هذا النظام الحديثية للتعليم، ومع ذلك لا تزال هذه المؤسسة الحفاظ على مبادئ التي كانت موجودة منذ فترة طويلة، وهي مبادئ الأخلاق الإسلامية. فجمع بين تعليم الحديثية أولا، ثم ثانيا مبادئ الأخلاق الإسلامية. هذه ميزة كمحمدية. فأما دور محمدية في تطوير الاقتصاد فهذا أمر لا يشك فيه واحد. قلت هنا لجمعية محمدية دور بشكل عام لتأمين أعضائها مجتمع نحو الثروة الاقتصادية، فقامت محمدية بعض البرامج التجارية والاقتصادية وشارك فيها كثير من الناس. ولتقريب مدى نجاح هذه الجمعية في برامجها التجارية الاقتصادية، على وجه المثال تم التسجيل في عام 2015 على أن لدى الجمعية لديها تدفق مالي، تدفق نقدي، ini perputaran pemasukan dan pengeluaran, يبلغ حوالي 15 يون روبيا، وأن أصولها غير منقولة تقدر إلى 85 تريليون روبيا. وحتى الآن أصبحت محمدية جمعية اجتماعية دينية الأقدم في إندونيسيا، التي تملك العديد من الأعمال الخيرية الاقتصادية خاصة في مجال الاقتصادي، مثل مدارس تعليم وكذلك مثل ما وعند في عام 2021 أن المدارس التي تم بناؤها من قبل محمدية وصلت إلى عدد 3,000 وزيادة، 3,300 وزيادة. وبالتفصيل مدرسة ابتدائية 1000 وزيادة، مدرسة إعدادية 1100 وزيادة، ومدرسة ثانوية ومدرسة مهنية 558. ولا ننسى من وجود 23,000 روض أطفال عائشية وهذه المدارس منتشرة في مصر وماليزيا والعديد من البلدان الأخرى. فمعنى ذلك لا يتمتع المواطنون الإندونيسيون فقط بتطوير أقامتها المحمدية في مجال التعليم والاقتصاد فقط، ولكن يتمتع بها أيضا مواطنو العالم جميعا. ثم النتيجة، وكذلك لم أذكر مستشفيات، وبنت محمدية 100 وزيادة مستشفيات، 500 مستوصفات، وشركات العلاج، شركات وغيرها كثير جدا، وهذا أمر لا يشك فيه أحد. البحث أقول محمدية في حركة التعليم الإسلامي في إندونيسيا، وكذا في حركة الاقتصاد أو تطوير الاقتصاد في إندونيسيا. وهذه الجمعية ليس فقط ترتكز في تعاليم الإسلام وحدها في المساجد، بل يتعدى ذلك، وأنشأت مدارس حديثية في أوائل تأسيسها كالجمعية تبعا لمدارس هولندية زمن الاستعمار، وامتازت هذه المدارس بتعليم علوم الدينية المضافة إلى علوم الجوية مدارس وقتئذ. ومن دوافع هذه الانشاءات محافظة الجهل ومعاناة المجتمع بالخرافات والشركيات والاعتقادات الباطلة، مما يتولد للمجتمع المسلم التخلف المادي والفكري. هذا ما أستطيع أن أقدمه للجميع.
طيب شكرا إلى أخينا رضوان Febrianto. Jazakumullah khairal jaza. Thank you very much for our brother Mr. Ridwan Febrianto, UMS. Maybe for the last, I have to take the picture, but it's not what we call it success. It's just still going problem. Maybe we can take again for the last what we call the picture. I ask again for all the presenter to make camera on. I will take again for the picture. I try take by laptop, but it's not properly picture. I will take with mobile phone. Yeah. Okay, I start counting. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my camera is not on already. Okay, I repeat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all participants, maybe is there any question for you to other question? I think enough, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. I think this is the last for our seminar today. You have already present your paper, and then maybe for the next, maybe is there any revision about the what we call something relevant with the substantive, the issue content or anything else? Maybe we can discuss with group presenter. I think you already joined, yeah, with group presenter. It seems 20, 20 and 24, and then we can discuss in the what we call that in the WhatsApp group for asking. Maybe there are some what we call the paper need to what we call make the additional of the references or something others. Yeah, we can discuss in the group WhatsApp. And maybe we can close, yeah, our seminar today. I apologize for my speak. Maybe there is any mistake or any problem that you can not I serve with kindly. So for this I need your apologize very much. Thank you for your consideration and for your attention for today. I hope you have a nice day, and we close our seminar today with saying Hamdalah, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillah.
Subhanakallah wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Syukran ala husni ihtimamikum. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Syukran Ustaz.
Afwan. Let me I close the Zoom ya. Saya tutup
Yes,
Zoom.
please.
Ya, assalamualaikum.